the power of Google Sheets. So my name is Ikmot, your facilitator for today. Okay. So this training will equip you with the skills to streamline your workflow, that is using this Google Sheets. So are you all ready to unlock the full potential of Google Sheets, which is a powerful, versatile, and collaborative spreadsheet solution? So do we have business owners on this call, students, educators? So as a business owner, how do you maintain your comprehensive KPI? How do you record your KPI? You as a school owner, how do you maintain comprehensive students records? So in today's dynamic environment, efficient tracking is very important. That is, you have to embrace data-driven strategies, particularly through the use of spreadsheets. So without further ado, let's take a look at what Google Sheets is. Google Sheets is a powerful tool that goes beyond simple spreadsheets. It allows you to analyze data, automate tasks, that is using formulas to, in a situation whereby you have three different columns. So instead of writing let's say you are working on a student's records, you have their exam, and to calculate their totals. So you can automate the column with your formula. So you can use it to collaborate in real time and integrate with other Google services like your Google Form, your Google Doc, and your slides, and also third-party apps like Google Finance. So the power of Google Sheets is to carry out data analysis and visualization using pivot table, pivot tables. So pivot tables is used to analyze large data set. This is when you have like thousands of columns. So use pivot table to analyze it. So you can also use spreadsheets to create charts, your graphs, your trackers for businesses and schools. So Google Sheet, these are key features of Google Sheet. Google Sheet as a cloud-based spreadsheet powerhouse. Hope I'm not too fast. Along. When we talk about
No, I think it's
cloud-based,
fine. We are anxious to see the live, the main thing, the practical. But go on.
all right. When we talk about cloud-based, are we all conversant with Excel? Drop an emoji if you are conversant with Excel. Okay. Excel, you can't categorize Excel as a cloud-based workbook because you have to save your work yourself or send it out yourself. Why do we say Google Sheets is a cloud-based spreadsheet powerhouse? Because whatever you carry out on that spreadsheet, we automatically save on your drive. That is, you can access your spreadsheet from anywhere at any time. Maybe you are outside, you are not with your laptop. All smartphones comes with drive, so you can easily access it there, or your boss call you that you should can you grant me access to this data set. You can actually do that from anywhere at any time. So collaborative, you can work together on sheets with other in real-time analysis. You can also share, you can edit documents online. You can give access, you can grant access to third party, either as a commenter, an editor, and a viewer. So one beautiful thing about spreadsheets is that you can also decide which range the editor can edit, and either they can drop an emoji. You can also convert, you can also, sorry, you can grant them the an access to a range. That's one beautiful thing about spreadsheet. So let's go take a look at our spreadsheets. New tab. Okay, I have my sheets here because I made it an extension to my Chrome. So you can go to your Gmail. Go to your Gmail. Can you see this three dot icon here? Click on it and you're going to see sheets. Are we all together?
Please mute your mic.
Please, can you
Everyone
unmute your
mute
mic?
your mic. Mute your mic.
Can you mute your mic? Sorry.
Mr. Kitchener, please, your mic is on. Can you mute your mic?
Please, can you mute your mic?
No, I don't need.
All right. So Are we all in the same page? Open your Google Sheets and it will bring you to this interface. So we have template galleries, we have templates here that you can use, monthly budgets. You want to know how you spend your money, your expenses, what are you spending your money on. These are all trackers. So for today, we are going to, because I've created a data set that we're going to use because of time. And this is spreadsheet interface. Over here, we have the menu bar. And in each menu bar, you have what we call tabs. So when you click on File, you can create new spreadsheets from this place. You can import from other Google services like your Excel. You can make a copy of these sheets. You can share, email, send an email. You can also download, you rename. And in a case where you're working and you delete something by mistake and you don't know the way to go about it, you can always come to version history, where you can see your version history or what you've done before, and you can always get it. These are what I did since March. So everything is here. Let me go back. So under the edits bar, we have the undo, redo, we have the cuts, we have the copy and paste. You can also delete your sheet under the edit bar. Under the view, we have the show, where you have the formula bar and also the grid line. You can always remove the grid line to make your work look more presentable. And okay, let's put it back. For those that are new to this um this place that I click on is called the cell. That is the intersection between the column and the row. This is called the cell, where you input your data set. So you can recognize your column by your alphabet and your row by your numbers. So if you need help on keyboard shortcuts, you can always go to help menu and click on it. You see a lot of keyboard shortcuts: copy, cut, fill, group. And for those of you that feel I can't keep all formulas in my head, all shortcuts in my head, that is one beautiful thing about spreadsheets. For extension, okay, Google Sheets now can be linked to different can be linked to your Google form, can be linked to your Google Doc, can be linked to Excel, can be linked to a lot of things, to your Gmail. Let's say you have a lot of workers and you want to send Gmail to them at once, which will take a lot of time if you are using your phone. So after writing everything, you can go to this app scripts. So this have to do with coding, where you have to debug and run something. So automatically it will send those Gmails to the people you want to send the Gmails to. So you can also link it to your form. So I think the first class, Miss Ruth took um, Google form. So you can go back to the video to watch how it is done. So under the tools, you can create, you can also from this place create a new form. Maybe you want to get information about the all students in your school. You want to get information about the people you're working with. So instead of you typing and typing, you can always create a new form. That is, let me click on it so that you create a new form. Like I said, you can go back to the video. The link was sent to the group. So can you see what's anything? Can you see this? So anything you write there, we automatically show here. And any responses that was given will be shown down here. So your columns are these, your row are all this. So we are going to look at some formulas in spreadsheets. We are going to look at sum. We're going to look at proper and VLOOKUP and We have a lot of formulas anyway. Under the format section, we have the conditional formatting, we have the alternating color, we have aligning, we have wrapping. Maybe you want to change the maybe you write an amount and you want to change it to accounting. It should be in accounting, it should be in finance. You want to change the currency, you want to change a number to date or to time. Date time have to do with the date and the time, or you want to change it to duration. And you can also insert tables, charts, pivot tables, images. You can also insert emojis in your spreadsheet and comments. So like I said, we are going to look at some formulas today. I mean, okay. So this is VLOOKUP. To start any formula, either in Excel, spreadsheet, you should always start with equal to sign. So VLOOKUP, which is also known as vertical lookup, is a function that searches for a specific value in the first column. So in first column of a table, and then it will return a value from the same row. So let's take a look at this. VLOOKUP 106. This is the employee ID. Let's say you want to get information about, you only know their ID, you know them by their ID, but you don't know their names. So 106, which is the search key. And this is the range from 1 to 1000. Because let me go back to this. If you want to pick the whole range because you don't know, maybe the information you're looking for is at 1000 column and you can't get it, you can't find it. So instead of it start dragging and dragging backward and forward, so you can just click on this place. Can you see this place? You can click on it, so it will automatically pick everything. So the information I'm looking for is on column 2, which is B. This can be either true or false. That means it's asking, are the data sets sorted or not? If you put true or false, it doesn't matter. Even if it's sorted, you still get your information. And if it's not sorted, you still get your information. So when you click on enter, I got Frank. This is the person I'm looking for. Or you want to get the department in which the person is working, you can change this to 3 and you have enter. Sales. So employee ID 106 is under department, sales department. So for sum, to get the total of all this, we use equal to sign, sum equal to, let's clean this, but automatically gives you SUM. Okay, I want to get the total of this. You can just pick this and close the brackets. This is the total of all what we have. Indicate with an emoji if you can see this key sign that is here. I lock this place up because, you know, I said you can grant permission. You can also decide which range the editor can edit. So I lock up this place. So if I'm to share this with 3 people here on the group, you can drop your Gmail. It will not give you access to these details in case you have sensitive data sets like where you've inputted your formulas, because it's not everybody that can operate spreadsheets, and you send it out there to your colleagues for them to fill some things and you don't want them to tamper with where you have formulas. You can always lock it up. Okay, I'm going to show you the details, but I need 3 people Gmail or 4. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Coming. Okay. Um, mm, okay. Let me just share it with two people here. So I make you an editor. Send. So this is going to be an interactive section. So for those people that I share this Google spreadsheet with, can you open it and tell us if you can get access to these details that is here? All right, before they tell us, let's continue. So if you want to lock up, you can grant permission by access. Let's say you want to grant them just from column A to column B. You don't want anybody to have access to C, D, E, F because you have sensitive formulas there. You can just highlight through it and go to data. Under data, you will see protect sheets and ranges. You click on it. Okay, enter a description. You can put anything there. Do not touch. So it's either you protect your sheet by range or you protect it by sheet. If you are looking at sheets, that means you want to protect this, or you want to protect this, you want to protect this, or by ranges, you want to protect column D, column E, and F, G, H. So under this, select data range. We are protecting by range. We, because I highlighted this, let's select by range. You click on this. So by range, I don't want anybody to touch this. Okay, you set permission. So even if you grant them, so yeah, right now they can still have access to it because it is marked. So you have to unmark this to grant them permission. You can pick anybody you want. You want the person to be able to access these three columns. You can pick it yourself. You can undo it if you don't want them to have any permission to it. So remove this mark, unmark all this. So you can restrict who can edit this range. Done. So all these people I share this spreadsheet with will not be able to work on this column that is here because of the sensitive information that we have. So we're going to look at data validation and conditional formatting. What do you mean by data validation? It restricts what can be entered into a cell. Right click on any cell that you have, or alternatively, you can also go to data where you have data validation. This is it. And you click on it. I already have some data validation rules that I created myself. Can you all see this drop down menu? Okay, you want to add rules. The criteria, now you have to pick the criteria. Is it from a drop down from this range, or drop down from a range that is from another range, or you want to enter test only? So you're bringing in a condition that whatever that is there should be just test. And if you want to put test does not contain, you have to put a value. So anything, maybe you tell them test must not contain 20, or you write a formula here yourself. And if anybody should write another formula which is not validating to the rules you created, it will not to show an error sign. So we are going to create a drop down menu. Let's call this maybe by department or category. We are going to look at HR. Done. So when you click on this, can you see we have HR departments? This saves work. It saves time. We don't have, this is data word. We don't have that time where you start typing HR, you start typing it one by one. We don't do that anymore. And you can also create drop down menu. Let's say you want to add more range to this. Can you see this pencil sign here, edit button? You can add another item as much as you like. What other departments can we put? um I'm just saying music department. Done. So you can drag this down to contain the whole column, or we can also, where's the one? Okay, this. We can also come here, clean this 17. Now we are telling spreadsheet that it should pick the whole C column. So the more you're writing, the more it's fill the rest up on its own. So you are giving it a command which it will execute. So if you have to do drop down menu from another range, drop down from a range, it will ask you to select a data range. So this is my details. This is where I keep the basic information. I use all this to create a drop down menu. So this range, you can pick the whole column. So this one will actually make your work more neater, because, and you can always come back here to impute whatever you want to add again without it affecting your work. It will surely show when you want to pick one of these options. Option are we working on? Okay. I'm sorry. Drop down from a range. Okay, it's already showing. All right. So this is it. You can drag it down, and maybe you don't want to see, you don't like the way it is looking, the way this is looking, because it's looking childish or anything. You can just go to advanced option, and isn't cheap. That is why you're seeing it this way. You can change it to arrow to make it look this way. Done. Okay. Let's say in a situation where we have like 1,000 columns, and you can't always drag this to look for information, but because as you are going down or up, you still want to be seeing this column name that you have here, your header. You still want to be seeing them. You can highlight this, and going to go to, sorry. So under freeze, we are going to freeze this. We want to freeze up to row 2. Okay, we freeze this. So let me show you what I was talking about. Can you see this? So this is when you have a large data set and you can't always scroll back up, scroll down to check which column this falls under. So you can freeze your column to always go. You can also freeze your row also, so that you can always go sideways and come back, and you still see whatever columns or row you have here. And so if you want to merge your data sets, to merge a data set, when you highlight a cell, one or two cell, this is the merge, this thing here. You click on merge. That means you're merging it into one. This is what I did here. Can you see this inventory? I merged the whole column from A to N. All these here are called the toolbars, where you have the undo, redo, you have the font size, where you can change the font size. You have the merge, where you can create borders, vertical aligning. You have the horizontal aligning, and so on and so forth. When you can even put smart chips and also insert links. Uh, so for conditional formatting is a type of formatting that is entered to a cell or ranges when certain conditions are met. So we are going to use our KPI. So we are going to create a conditional formatting here. Right click on this, alternatively click on your data. So scroll down, view more actions. You see your conditional formatting, your data validation, get linked to this cell, define name range, and protect range. There are a lot of ways for you to protect your range. So conditional formatting. So by default, it gives this color because by default, in spreadsheets, this is the color that came with it. You can always change it. So can you see this is not empty under this format cell, format rules? It's not empty. So you are trying to say that a cell that is not empty by default, it should be this color. So if a cell is empty by default, it will not have this color. So let's change the range. We want the orange. Click on this. I like this. So remove this 10 so that it will pick from this D7 to downward to thousands of spreadsheets. Okay. So because there's something imputed there, everything is color green. We also have other format rules. Is empty. If it's empty, it will have this color green. You have text contain, your text must contain this, text does not contain this. Your text must start with. So you that is creating a spreadsheet, you can create all these conditions for people you want to share your spreadsheets with. So if they try to impute other things aside from what you assign them to put, it will not work. It will bring out an error message. So you can also create date is. Okay, let me show you something. Let's clean this away. Can you see this? Write something here. Can you see? So this conditional formatting can be used to also, let's say you want to know the lowest score or the lowest marketing spend, how much you spend on. So you can put, assign your own color to it by going to color scale. So we can change this ourselves. But by default, this is what we have. We have 6 different default colors, but we don't want this. You can always change this. Click on it. So we have light yellow, dark yellow, but let's go for this. So this shows that minimum value will be green. Why the percentile, we are talking of the 50th percentile, will be white. And the maximum value, that is the highest value, should be this color. So this will also keep your data sets or your spreadsheets in check. So you want to know, or you already know, this red color shows that this time I have the highest sales. This green color shows that I have the lowest sales. So you don't need to start scrolling and start checking one by one to know which one brings in the highest or lowest sales. So we're going to create data. We are going to create a dashboard for all this that we have here. I created a lot of, there's one answer, but okay. Okay, all this, I use formula to derive this high efforts. So this, can somebody look at this and tell me what you can see here? You can unmute your mic. I want to know if everybody is following.
I'm actually not seeing the screen. I don't know.
Oh, can you all see my screen? Okay. Um. Okay. Should I stop presenting and present again since you can see it? Wait, how many people can see my
I
screen?
can see your screen. The screen is showing.
I can
Showing.
also see your screen.
Okay. All right. I said,
I'm
can
seeing the
someone?
screen as well.
We can see
I'm
your
seeing the
screen.
screen.
Okay. All right. I said, can someone take a look at this and just in one or two sentences explain what you can see here? Okay, this has to do with people that own a school, or you're a teacher and you're looking for ways and easier way. Now it is work smart, don't work hard. Can you just explain whatever you see here?
Okay, so I can see something that looks like report, subject, achievements, and the efforts made by the child.
Okay. All right, thank you. I just want to make sure that everybody is following. Okay. To
Can I say
know,
something?
yes, you can.
Okay, what I can see there is I think the formula has been automatically generated that once you enter those scores, the percentage, it will
Yes,
either give all those grade, either the effort moderate, high, or low, or whatsoever from
yes,
the percentage entered.
yes. Okay. I'm going to show something. Okay, let's say we have this. Let's assume this is not the score or an exam score. Let's assume this is an exam score and you want to grade it. Instead of you writing your A, B, C yourself, which will take a lot of time. So we can automate this by creating a formula. We use the if function. And what does this if function does? It allows you to perform a test on a condition and return one value. That is, if the condition is true, it will return the value and the rest will be false. Okay, let's say equal to if. So if this is greater than or equal to what should we say? Greater than or equal to 80, it should be what? A. That's depending on which school or how you grade your students. Comma, if again, if this is greater than or equal to 70, no, which one is B? Um, I think 75.
75.
All right, 75. It should be what? B. Then if this, sorry, let me just write it, E2 is greater than or equal to C, 50, it should be C. Then the rest should be what? The rest should be D. Then you close your brackets. So we have 92 here, A. It shows that this is A. You can always click on it and drag it down to fill it up. So if you change this now to 30, we have D. Is this not working smart and working there's no longer working hard. This is what spreadsheet is all about. It makes you work smarter. Okay. We are going to look at, like I said, we are going to create visuals using our data set. Yeah, down. Okay. Any visuals you want to create. Let's say you want to look at employee ID with salary, or you want to look at name and how who is collecting the highest salary. So you're thinking of a way to just highlight this without it affecting column C. So you click down on your control key. Sorry. Click down your control key, select this column and select your salary column. So go to insert tab and insert chart. So by default, spreadsheets will give you a chart that you can use. So we can see here that Evelyn is collecting the highest salary, but is Evelyn bringing in more sales to the company? So you can you can copy this or cut it, Control X, and put it in another sheet, because sometimes when you're creating your visuals, you should have another sheet for your visuals so that anything you're working on here will automatically automate on your dashboard. So we are going to open another sheet using this plus sign, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now I want to look at, is Evelyn actually bringing in more sales for her to be collecting the highest salary? You can always delete this because I have copied it to another sheet. It will not affect it at all. So now we are going to look at control, pick the column you want, and want to look at sales. Insert chart. So by default, it gave us this. So I don't want this. You can always change it by coming to chart type. Let's check different chart type. We have the line, we have the area, we have the column, we have the bar, we have the pie charts. Okay, this is horizontal. No. Now we can use pie chart for it. Let's just go back to this. So Control X, and I'm going to paste it in our sheet 9. Okay. So can someone tell me who is bringing in more sales and who is collecting the highest salary here? So your visuals should be more understand, like when you want to present your visuals to your stakeholders, to your maybe people that are in high position, your visuals should not be complicated. It should be something, it should be telling a story. It should be something that when they see it at first sight, they understand it. Okay, I said, can someone explain this to me using this chart? So this can also help. You are paying the highest money to Evelyn, but Z is working more. Why is that done? So that is why visuals are created. So visuals are created to make complex information easier to understand. You identify patterns and trends, and it also communicates insight effectively to a wider audience. Before you create any visuals, you should know what you want to bring out to people. You should know what your audience are looking for. So by looking at this data set, what kind of visuals can you create here for them to know? You have to create your total revenue. Create a visual here. You can create your total revenue here, or you want to know how many number of orders you have. You want to know the AOV. You want to know the AOV, which is your average order value, or you want to know your CAC, which is your customer acquisition cost, that is the cost of acquiring new customers, and you want to know this, which is your customer, sorry, I can't really recall it, but your AOV, your CAC, and before you create your visuals, you should know what your stakeholders want to see. Your key performance indicators. So what else can we look at? To those people that I share this spreadsheet with, were you able to get access to these details? And which one did I lock again? Get access to this inventory. Okay, maybe they are not there. I share this to two people.
No,
Now,
I could not get access. I could only view.
okay.
I could not get access.
Okay, so that is it. You will be the one to control whatever ranges or sheets they can get access to. So let us take a look at count if. We are going to create a very beautiful visual. You merge this together. No, let me just put it here. Sorry.
Sorry, please. I have a question before you go ahead, please.
All right. All right.
I have a question, please. On the aspect of that grade, what's
Yeah.
the formula you use to achieve those grades? D, A, B, and all that?
I use the
Because
if
I had
formula.
to.
If.
Okay, equals to what?
If.
Okay.
So wherever you have your score or your exam score, you click on any one of them. So if that is equal to greater than or equal to 80, so this depends on how you grade in your school. So if it's greater than equal to 80, it should be A. Comma, can you see it? Yes. So
Okay,
the
I've
last
seen it.
part, you're automatically telling the spreadsheet that the last one, because it said if this is 50, it should be C. So anything below 50 will be D. All right. Did you get it now?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Thank you.
You're
Please,
welcome.
I also want to say something.
All right.
Please, I suggest you mention the names of the columns instead of using this. To me, it's confusing, and I don't get this. If this is this, please, could you please mention what this is in your
Okay.
explanations?
Okay. Regarding this if formula, E2, column E, under it we have score. If score of this is 80, it should be A. We can't write the name here. We can't write score here because this have to do with letters. This is the way the formula is being used. If you change this to score, it will not give you what you are actually looking for. So you just click on it, anything under the score. Okay, let's say we want to say if I effort, you click on I effort under column G, row 2, column G. So if I effort is greater than or equal to 80, I'm just using this as an example, it should give you A. Did you understand? Do you understand it now?
It's okay, ma.
All right. So I did the same.
Sorry, a quick one, please.
All right.
Sorry, but I'm sorry for interrupting.
All
So
right.
we're dropping the links for the facilitator and all the other assessments from last week. Just check the comment section as she's rounding up. We have like 5 more minutes to close out on this. And then on the various groups, I'll share the link to our host profile. Please don't miss that session. Permit me to use broken for those who will listen to this replay. I take God beg you. Nigeria in Nigerian language, it means I'm begging you, I'm pleading. Right. Thank you very much. Much.
All right, you're welcome. So this, we are going to wrap up with this visual. So I already merged this together. You can fill it up with any color you want, and fill this up with, because we want to create a beautiful visual before we go. Fill this up with any color of your choice. Okay, now we want to know, so this is the easiest way for you to know. Maybe you want to know how many students in your class have grades A or grade B or C. So we're going to use the count if formula to know how many students have A, how many students have B, and how many students have C, and which students you are going to focus on. So you can always use this also. You can use this formula also to know which students did poorly in maths or science. So those are the students you are going to focus on. So we're going to use count if formula. Let me restart the formula again, so that we will all follow. So equal to count if a condition counts across a range. That is what count if is used for. So count if this. I'm going to click on this. You can just drag from 1 to 3 of these row or column, like I said, and you can clean the 4 behind this D, so that anything you are writing, maybe you want to add more data sets, it will automatically fill it up. Because if you have to choose from, if I should click on this column itself, what if it will surely affect here, this side, this empty cell here? So that is why you just have to drag like 2 or 3, then you remove the number behind the last D, so it will fill up the whole column itself. So you close, no, sorry, count if this is what, comma, if it's this, if it is A. So you're counting how many people have, how many A's you have here. That is what count if is used for. How many A's you have, how many B do you have, and C. So close your column. You have 4A right now. You just have 4. So the more you impute, maybe let's change this to 80. Can you see this? It automatically change. We have A. When we change this to 80, this changes to A. So you know that we just 5 people have grades A in your class. So the same for B. Can everybody see this dollar sign this at the side of this J9 that we have here? So what does this dollar sign do? So this dollar sign, it will automatically, because instead of you to start writing, coming here to start writing equal to count if again, going back, clicking on this, it will take a lot of time. So I'm going to delete this, because I want to show you something. I'm going to delete this also. So when you
Bisiri, sorry,
let's go back to this.
Ikmo, sorry, we have to round up in like 1 minute.
Yes, I'm done.
1
I'm done.
minute.
Just this.
Okay, Bisiri, I'm shocked your name is not there. Okay,
Yes.
I think that should be only you. I'll check. I'll check. We'll fix that and we'll send the links to you.
All right. Okay, I
If
added
you
this
can't
dollar.
find your name, apart from Bisiri, if you can't find your name, that means you did not click on the link to fill your information. If you can't, because we share the links on the group, on the WhatsApp group, and we asked people to fill out their information. I remember clearly. And some people failed, some did not fail. That's what we kept on emphasizing. We were shouting it all through last week. I want to quickly see how I can call out the names, particularly for. So if you can't find your name, we're going to share the We're going to share the link again. Please, once you get the link, kindly fill out your name and your information. Because the truth is, if you don't fill it out, trust me, when we are sharing the content, the replays and all those things, you wouldn't get it, right? You wouldn't get it. Aside that, there are some other things that will be happening, free mentorship and the rest of them, like I mentioned. If your name is not there, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. There are over 300 people on that group. So please, as much as possible, try and click on the link and then fill out your name. The we would update the spreadsheet again, and then give people the opportunity to fill out their information. Please, it is very, very, very important. We're about to start the next session. For that one, I mentioned. Um, Ikmot, any last words from you before we wrap up from here?
Okay, like I did not really touch some of these toolbars. You can go back on your own to go through it one by one to check what all these bars actually represent, what they can do. So you can practice more on your own to get more knowledge on spreadsheet. Spreadsheet does a lot of things. We can use 1 hour to look at it. Actually, it has more details and it is more bulky. All right, that is what. Thank you for your attention and
Thank you so much,
have a nice
Ikmot.
day.
Please let's appreciate Ikmot with some emojis. Ikmot has done an amazing job. This would have cost a lot of money, right? This kind of debt, right, would have cost people a lot, but this came on a platter of gold for all of us, right? And thank you for joining in. I want to say thank you, everyone. Please, we'll just leave 1 minute for you to still fill out the assessment form. We need your feedback. We're going to continue this, and we want to be able to serve you better than we have always done, right? So, please, we need your feedback. I'm going to stop the recording. As usual, I'm going to send the replay to the WhatsApp.